The FCA is important because that's how we get a chance to tell these people, these young men, that the most important thing in their life is going to be when they, find Jesus. And that's what I told them, that was the most important thing in my life when I was an athlete, was finding Jesus. And so I hope that that's their experience one day, and that's what FCA is able to do.
So FCA in schools is a great avenue to get the unchurched in front of God's Word and the message that can be provided through character education that is faith-based.
To be honest with you, I've seen a difference since we started FCA in just the growth of our morning and afternoon FCA huddles. I've also seen a big difference in our kids looking forward to the character building sessions that take place at practices and prior to games. So just having that presence on campus, the kids being able to see that not only the coach but the administration and the athletic director are bought into what FCA does and what it brings to our school and our community has really made a big difference.
I think it's a really good group of people, and they really bring athletes closer to God through fellowship and friendship.
They came and did our pregame talks every Friday, as well as stopping by practices and being there for us. They really enjoyed hearing FCA's Mr. Watson, Mr. Chris Watson, come every week and give such great messages in terms of not only great message but great stories, and then connected to the Bible.
And then as time went on, I started to go to high school and go to college and got introduced to FCA, where FCA was kind of the extra support and resource for the things that were bigger than football. And so, I always told myself when I first got into coaching, I always want to make sure that I keep the most important thing at the forefront, and that's developing young men.
I miss SCA. We had a lot of fun over the summer. We got to compete. We also got to bond as a team, and not only did we get to bond as a team, but it also taught us a lot of things. I definitely feel like I learned a lot of things going to SCA, and I feel like it helped me throughout our season.
They're directly impacting young people in our community. It 100% gives back immediately to students in our community who, couldn't afford to go to any other camp, couldn't afford to go to any camp at all, maybe, and through the financial support of FCA, we have directly benefited from that. We've had girls, some of our players be able to go to camp who wouldn't have been able to go, and yeah, they're learning volleyball, they're building team, but then they're also hearing the gospel, maybe for some of them for the first time, and that's huge. That's directly giving back and investing in the young people in our community.
I love to give to FCA. I've been doing it for many years because I love to see the real impact that they have in the schools. Working at Chick-fil-A, we've always been a big supporter in local schools, high schools, middle schools, even elementary schools. I've known Chris for a long time, and he went to college with him. So he's always, I know his heart, and I know the impact he makes, and I know he works tirelessly for the impact of the gospel on these schools, and just very excited to see the work he's doing, and just want to continue to support him and help him achieve his goals and help to continue to influence this generation that's coming up.
The FCA is very beneficial to us student athletes just due to the fact that it connects, very inspirational words to the Bible. And more specifically, Mr. Chris Watson, who comes by and speaks to us, he does a really good job before the games, just prepping us with very motivational quotes that he also connects to the Bible and real world situations that we may face throughout the game.
The wonderful thing about the FCA programming and the character coaches is their ability to get to know the kids. And they don't just come in and do sessions with the kids, which they do, and those are impactful, and they're a wonderful means and avenue of getting in front of kids. But when you look up at your game and you see on the sidelines a Chris Watson or a Mike Roby, and you see those guys that are out there and pouring in on a Friday night or on a Tuesday or whenever, that's true accountability, and that's true investment that those kids see. And that may be the only recognizable adult that they see at their game. They may look up into the stands and not see a single soul that is there to see them. So it goes well beyond that huddle time, that character session that a FCA representative character coach has with that team. It's so much more. It's the relationships they build.
You know, an organization that can step into young people's lives and talk about something that is life-changing. And I know there's a lot of organizations out there doing good, but this particular organization is giving them something that will change their life forever.